Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Nikki with montanacrochetcreations.com. Today I'm going to be teaching you this really pretty crochet stitch pattern that's going to be perfect for blankets, table runners, scarves, basically almost anything that you can think of that you want to make. I think I'm going to turn mine into a table runner. All right, so we're going to need a few things for our crochet project here. So I am using this number 3 weight yarn here. I love the little color variation on it. I think it's going to give it a really pretty detail. I'm not sure what I'm going to turn this into. I haven't decided if I'm going to turn it into a cute little baby blanket, if I'm going to turn it into a table runner. I think this would be really cute for an Easter table runner, so I might actually do that. But I just loved the yarn whenever I saw it. It's just an acrylic yarn. It's not cotton or anything like that. You're also going to need a 3mm crochet hook for this project. You're going to need yarn needles for weaving in your yarn tails at the very end. You shouldn't have very many of those. And then you'll need a pair of craft scissors for clipping the yarn tail as well when you're done. And I'll make sure and link all of these items down in the description box below. So let's get started on this crochet project that we have going on here. All right, so we're going to start with our slip stitch here. Just like this. And then we're going to just create your chain as long as you would like it to be. So basically multiples of just 1. So your chain's just going to be as long as you want it to be. So depending on if you're going to do a crochet table runner or if you're making a blanket, and depending on the size of the blanket that you're going to make, is going to really be up to you. So we're just going to keep working our chain here. And like I said, I am not 100% sure what I'm going to be making with mine. I haven't decided. I think a table runner, our kitchen table is not very, it's not very wide, but it's pretty long. So it's like a more narrow, long skinny table. So I don't need to do very many chains to go all the way across. And I'm not going all the way across. I'm just going through the middle of that. So let's do a few more here and take a look. I think it needs to be a little bit wider than that. So I did a total of 50 chains for my table runner. Like I said, that's going to be probably the right width for what I'm going to need for my table. So we are just going to go into our second chain from our hook right here, and we are going to place a double crochet. So yarning over, inserting your hook, drawing up your loop and pulling that through. Now we have our 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2 of those loops. And then we're yarning over and pulling through 2 of those loops again. Now we're going to place a double crochet in every stitch all the way along the very edge of this chain here until we get back to the very beginning chain. And at that point, we are going to chain 3 and then we're going to turn our work. All right, this is what I have. So I chained 3 and I turned my work. So I'm going to yarn over 3 times and I'm inserting my hook into this very next stitch. Drawing up our loop, we're going to pull through that loop, pulling through our next loop. We're going to continue to work pulling through all of these loops that's on our hook right here, except for the very last one. At that point, we're going to yarn over, grab our yarn, and pull through those last 2 loops. And you can see it's created this cute little curly Q pattern there. So we're going to do that again. So yarn over 3 times, go into our next stitch, drawing up our loop. We're going to pull through. We're pulling through again, then yarning over and drawing through those 2. And we're going to continue to do that all the way along the entire length of our project, our crochet project here. This is going to be for a little more of a more intermediate crocheter, because it is a little technical. Takes a little bit of finesse to get those through. Then we're yarning over and pulling through those last two. So now we have these 3 little cute little stitches right there, and we're going to do that down the entire length of our crochet project. So go ahead and work that all the way to the very end. At the very end, you are going to chain 3 and turn your work for row 3. So I'm at the very end of row 2, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over and I'm going to double crochet in the top of that chain 3 from the previous row. Just like that. And so this is what we have at the very end of our row 2. So the little detail that we have right here, I think is very, very pretty. It's going to add some nice little texture to our project. So we're going to chain 3. And then we're turning our work here. So we're going to place a double crochet in the next chain, because this double crochet counts as our first, or this chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. So we're going to double crochet in our next stitch here. And we're going to double crochet in every stitch all the way along the very top of this row in each stitch. So we're just going to continue doing that all the way till we get back to the beginning of row 3 where we started, and then we're going to chain 3 at the very end, and then we're going to turn our work. So continue working your double crochet in each stitch all the way down along the end, and then I will meet you back here in a few minutes and we'll get started on row 4. So now I'm at the end of row 3. So we're going to chain 3. And we're turning our work. And then we're just going to repeat row 2. So we're yarning over 3 times and going into our next stitch. And then we're just going to continue working that same pattern where we're slip stitching through every loop that's on our hook here. Just like that. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops on our hook. And then we're just going to keep working that all the way down the very edge of row 4 here. So pulling through. When you get to the end of row 4, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and then you're going to repeat row 3. So this basically is just a 2 pattern repeat. So you'll repeat row 2 and then repeat row 3 until your project is as long as you want it to be. So go ahead and keep working that, and I'll see you back in a few minutes when my project is as large as I would like it, and then we'll get started from there. All right, and there we have it. I am continuing to work on this. I'm just going to keep working on it until it's as big as I want to be. I'll make sure and post some pictures of it once I'm done on my Instagram. But this is how your project should continue to look as you're going up, whether you're making a table runner out of it, a blanket, it would be a really pretty scarf. You can see the different detail between just the regular double crochet and then that, I don't even know what this stitch is called, like a curly Q, like just almost just like your little groups of your slip stitch. But yeah, I think it turned out really pretty, and it's going to be really, really pretty once I'm done. Like I said, I think I'm going to turn mine into a table runner. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell as I post tutorials right here weekly. And that is everything. I love you guys all so very much, and I will see you in my next video.